Everyone, sorry about that. I lowered a bunch of settings in Golf with Your Friends, so hopefully it should work now. Love that Halo, it doesn't lag the stream, but Mini Golf does. Good job, Mini Golf.
Yeah, clearly, mini golf is the more power intensive. Whatchamacallit.
Yep, is my stream working or no?
Give me a second. Well, now it seems to be working, but I'll be checking a little bit more closely to see if it crashes after one.
Okay. It should still be, like, the good thing is it should be able to upload the original one to YouTube because it records at the same time, so if this works out, just have to keep quiet for another minute.
It's time to do some editing, Matt.
Yeah, well, I also just have the stream up running, so
Stitch it together. Stitch it together.
Oh god. I could actually do that. That's easy. It takes 5 seconds. Alright, so let me look at... Let me just look at... Okay, so it was recorded. Okay, see, that's good. I can just stitch the streams together in a minute.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Let's go have to go delete the original VOD. Which, I might as well do
It
that.
does seem to be tracking better, so that's good.
That's good. I'm gonna go to YouTube Studio and delete that.
So anyway, everyone, you missed us getting holes in one in every hole, and
Well, it's okay. You just saw it earlier, so we're good.
you saw the laggy frames of hole in one.
Actually, it wasn't lagging on the recording. I just checked, but I got a hole in one on this one this time. So let's go.
Hooray.
I'm doing better.
Now let's see if the next one screws us.
Yeah.
Or this one or the one after it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so Streamlabs is no longer complaining that it's laggy, so this is a good sign. It's not like red anymore.
Alright. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Well, at least you can redo this.
Yeah. Right, let me delete this other one. Is this laggy? Let me look at the vid. My phone.
The vid does not appear to be lagging anymore.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, crap.
I was using a lot of power, and then I stopped using that much power, so holy cow. Oh yeah, no, that vid is, yeah, that was bugged. Yeah, that's bugged. Alright, I'm gonna delete that.
Pain.
Yeah, thank God I record things out when I stream them as well. That way I can just go back and deal with it later, so it's recorded as well. So even though the stream on YouTube or Twitch might have lagged, it's fine now. So I have a recording, so I'll be able to just open Vegas and stitch this together.
Hooray.
Now I'll just have to edit out like the part where we switch things around.
This is pain.
It's pain, especially after my absolute god tier luck.
Yeah,
Man, it's already getting dark out. I hate that. Ugh.
Alright, well, this is going great.
Not this
So
again.
you have to aim a little bit to the right at full power, I think, and it should... okay, maybe
Nope.
just straight metal. Straight metal full power works for me, at least.
Alright, waiting for it to reset.
Yeah. And, like, you have to line it up with the middle, as in the...
Got it. I'm so used to cheating with jumping.
Well, yes, because cheating with jumping's the easy thing to do.
There we go. Bar! I'll take it. What the?
Yeah, let's go.
What'd you get? Oh, nice. You got part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Yeah, this one's pretty bad.
This one's rough.
What's the thing you could do here? Ah! Okay, maybe it wasn't that.
Was it left or right? It was left.
It's whichever one the...
Got it, birdie. It's in the thing. What the? It's left. It's the one on your right from where you're facing.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to do a sneaky maneuver. Sneaky maneuver
The equivalent
did in
of
fact not work.
The equivalent of a 360 YY.
Well, no,
Or
I was trying
bayonet
to
charging.
get it closer to the thing, but I missed.
Ah. By the way, chat, I've been playing Vanguard, and that game's like fine. Let me tell you something. The bayonet with the bayonet with what is it, fast melee or something, or with reach, is stupid. Like, it's real dumb, but it's really funny.
Did you get over there?
No, I screwed up. Now I got over there. You only use a little, about 3 power. Done.
I got over there.
Bogey.
through the wall.
Okay, nice. Oh, you went the the natural way, essentially. Okay. Yeah, Chad, this is a good game.
Yeah, it's a really good game. I think like between it and Golf It, they're like they basically dominate the mini golf for a good reason too. They're both
Birdie.
very good games.
Yeah, Golf It, like, I think, I mean, what are the other, what's another mini golf game? I can't really think of. These are the main two that I've seen, like, YouTubers play years ago.
The other one that I think is more well known is probably the 100
Golf It.
Robot Golf. Yeah, which is basically
Oh, yeah,
mini
that one.
golf, but
I forgot about that. And that one I've seen, but not as much as Golf It or Golf with your friends.
well, yeah, because these ones are very simple, easy to set up, and also, you know, just functional.
You work on a
games.
potato?
Yeah, they work on a potato, but they're just functional, which, you know, developers or like AAA developers, that's a really good quality to have your fully released games have.
Yeah. Friggin' Rockstar. Have you seen how bad the GTA remasters are? They're terrible.
Indeed.
Like, they're legitimately terrible. Like, the
And-
models
and
are
I
all
feel-
bad. Like, they're missing a bunch of the music, which apparently was still in the game files, but they just say they have code that literally just says don't use this, just auto skip. And also, like, it was
I don't
made by a mobile
understand how
developer.
people can fuck this up.
I don't either.
So-
like, it's not
like,
hard.
several things-
Like, you
like,
get
it's
30
like-
FPS on a PS5. How is that acceptable for a game that ran fine on the original Xbox? Like, what are you doing?
Like, it's especially one of those things where like
Mods
the
look better.
company has the resources for it, and then it's like they don't use them, or like you have a game where or basically everything else was pre-built, and you would have just needed to adjust it, and it's just like nope.
Yeah, and the art
whoa,
style looks
what
like
am I doing?
crap. The art style looks horrible. I freaking hate the art style. It looks ugly. Like, it just looks bad. Just put it in the GTA 5 engine. It's not hard to do that. That engine's like a decade old and it was used for Red Dead as well. Like, it's not hard to use a better engine. Like, if you literally just ported it to that engine, and like, that would have been better. I don't know what you were doing. Like, what the hell? Oh yeah, you can jump in the water here.
And you can always just jump in water.
Yeah, I screwed that one up.
It's fine. But yeah, like really, developers in the future, if you happen to be watching this stream in particular, well, if you're a golf with your friends developer,
More maps, please.
developers, well, more maps, sure, but also you did a good job with this game, aside from some of the holes being a little BS. But also, like, to any other developers that happen to be watching this, release fully made games, please, for the love of God.
Yeah. By the way, apparently sales numbers have come out for Vanguard, at least in the UK, because they're required, I guess, to report it or something. I don't know why it's always the UK, but apparently it's sold terribly.
Gee.
And I'm like,
That's
gee,
very
I wonder
surprising.
why. Oh yeah, because it's just a World War II skin for Modern Warfare. What? I'm making that. What is this nonsense?
Well,
I'm like, gee, I wonder why it sold less than Cold War, which sold less than Modern Warfare. It's because Modern Warfare is a good game. The other two are just cash grabs because they just needed a COD every year. Like, you don't need a Call of Duty every year. Like,
I think, like, yearly releases...
yearly releases should just be done.
I don't know if anyone actually likes yearly releases. People like a game because it's a good game, not because it releases every year.
Yeah, like, the reason why people liked all the CODs being released yearly back then is because they were actually legitimately good games. Not because they were released every year. Like, if Black Ops 2, they'd taken a year off and Black Ops 2 come out like a year later, you would still be like, oh yeah, no, it's Black Ops 2, it's great. Like, it's dumb.
I think this especially affects, like, titles that have like a yearly release, like Pokemon especially has fallen into
Oh
this
god,
trap of,
Pokemon.
oh boy.
Is
But, like-
Diamond and Pearl, are they doing well or no?
Oh god, I have heard
Remaster.
several things. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a remaster, so there's certain things that aren't to be expected, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like some of the new stuff not being there, some things being like, you know, very similar to how they used to be, right? But
I mean, it's a DS
for
game.
the most part, I've heard there's a lot of bad things, or like I heard leakers were mentioning that there's a lot of things wrong with it.
I've seen some of the player models and they're bad, but that's about it.
Well, I mean, like player models.
Or not the player models, the
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Oh, the Pokemon. Well, yes, but the Pokemon have looked bad since like Gen 6. We all know that.
Hmm.
But like, for example, I heard that a lot of the music, or the leakers mentioned that a lot of music is broken or
What?
something, and I'm like, how do you break it?
How do you break music? Music's
Or not-
the
it's not broken,
music's
but
the
rather,
simplest
like, you
thing to
don't
do. It's
have
literally
it or something.
MP3 files.
Well,
It's
no, I
not
mean, like,
hard.
It's not like it's broken, but like it's unfinished or something, and I'm like,
What?
how do you do that?
How do you not do like music is the
And then
easiest part of the
also
game to
there-
make, especially if it's
apparently
a
one of the main
remaster.
features, the GTS room isn't finished for
What?
some reason, so there was something about that. Like apparently you can only have 2 people in a room or something.
What?
I
It's a Switch
don't-
game.
I don't know. I didn't
It's a Switch
see the
game of a
leakers.
remaster of a DS game. How is that acceptable?
I know. But this is the standard of Pokemon we
I'm
live
so
in.
sick and tired of just crappy games from big developers. This is why indie games are popular with everyone now, because they're from teams that give a shit
Or like
most of the
even
time. Unless you're
some
Mighty
old-
Number 9, then in case that you don't care. But mostly they're good. They make good games as an indie developer.
This is also why I think a lot of mobile games are getting good because, well, I mean, people are making good mobile games. Let's look at Genshin.
MiHoYo.
Thank you, MiHoYo. If we haven't said it on stream before, but thank you.
I
for
love
making
sucking
great
MiHoYo
games.
off. It's great.
MiHoYo is actually probably one of the more ethical ones.
Besides Gacha System.
Well, yes, but that's, you know, kind of how they make
That's
money
mobile games in
for
Asia.
what is effectively a free, like, mind you, this is a free service that is on the quality of a AAA game a lot of the time.
Made by a company that was founded by literally 3 dudes in a college dorm room a decade ago.
Yeah, but, like, so you got that, you got, like, Yostar, who makes, I think, Azure Lane, Arknights, or at least, like, they're part of the people that fund it. Like, Hypergriff, I think, makes
They're, like, the publisher?
Arknights. Yeah. Hypergriff is the company
Shit.
that makes Arknights, and I think they're releasing an open world game soon,
Oh.
too.
That could be good. If a
Um,
Genshin competitor, that could be good.
Well, yeah, that's the big thing. And then also, like, you got the other ones like Girls Frontline, Azure Lane.
Chad, he plays those games. I don't.
I actually have not played either of those in a long time because I just couldn't. I personally could not stomach the grind for those 2 games, but like they're both good games in their own right. Even if I have my own faults
Pretty.
with them aside, like they're well-made games. So this is why the mobile market is so good because the regular market isn't up to snuff really.
No. I mean, like, the fact that Pokemon, the most successful franchise in the world, has shit games should tell everyone something. 'Cause they have enough money to not care. Almost all their money comes from, like, merch and stuff. They have enough money not to give a shit about, like, and just put out a good game. Like, I don't understand their problem.
Like, they could make so much more money
By putting out a
making
good game.
game and then not have this publicity issue, but no, they decided, yeah, we're going to not care and get ruined. our
Blizzard's like, what if we
reputation."
treat our employees like crap and just don't have games to sell? Because we just don't have games. It's like, oh, hey, cool. Like 3 years ago, we announced Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2. Where are those? Oh, they're not even coming out in 2022. Or possibly even 23. At that point, it'll have been like almost a decade since like Overwatch came out. It's been like a decade since Diablo 3 came out. Like, what?
They're like, I think you need to maintain game consistency, mind you, but fans are willing to wait for a game to be good.
I mean, people have
So-
complained about Half-Life 3 since literally 2007, but like,
Right,
still.
but at the same time, like, I've heard Half-Life Alyx, despite being a VR game, is actually...
Oh yeah, no, I've heard that it's basically, if you want to get VR, it's basically the reason to get VR besides like exercise games, like Beat Saber.
Yeah, but, like, that's the thing.
Oh yeah, VR, I need a
Like,
headset.
if you can release quality content every now and
People
then,
will buy it.
yeah, and, like, you will have a good reputation still. Like, half the reason why I would say taking time off to make quality is good because that still sells stuff.
Imagine if
Like-
Infinity Ward had like 5 years to make a Call of Duty. Do you know how much cool shit they could put into that game?
Probably a lot.
Like, it'd be insane. Instead
Like,
of
if-
3 years, if they had like 5 years and the entirety, like if it was just a thing that came out every like 5 years or every 3 to 4 years, and it was like just one game every couple years, and you had Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Raven, like all the teams just all working on the game instead of like a game every year, it would be incredible. Like you could do some really good shit with that. But instead, like,
think you need to
no,
do
we need a
3.5.
new, we need a new Black Ops. We need a new Black Ops because
Yeah, and
money.
also, Matt and I have discussed this off stream before, but like,
Okay,
part
that
of
got
the
it.
thing that causes things to not work is this just getting stale, and it's been like that for both of the things we've talked about, Call of Duty and Pokemon, where it's just basically been the same game over and over again. We
Oh my
need
God, you
something
won.
new, and not something new as in, oh, we're set in a new region or a new time zone, and we have slightly new things. No, we want like a major overhaul of stuff. Like,
Oh look, instead of an Uzi, you have an MP set. Like that's not different.
like for Call of Duty, give us something, I don't know, maybe like
Wacky.
pre-zombie related. So like the story of how zombies happen.
That's
and then
that's
have a
Vanguard.
narrative based on that rather than just, oh, World War II again with different people, or oh, the zombies are already taken over, let's get rid of them. Like give us a storyline on the zombies, or give us some
Just make an
kind of
entire COD
alternate-
game around zombies. Just like
Yeah,
have a
you could do
whole game, just not like, and charge like $30 for it, not 60.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also like you could do like an alternate history type of thing. So like what if what if Germans won World War II and started doing stuff there, and
They
you're
need the
a
rebellion.
resistance fighter or something.
Yeah, like that's a good idea. Like that's, you know, I mean, like the only company that really does that is like Bethesda with Wolfenstein, and that's it. Like
Well, yeah. So
that's
like
give us something like that. Like give us a Wolfenstein kind of game
yeah, give us like a rebellion.
where all we do is
rather-
just like, instead of just, oh yeah, America versus Russians again, like come up with something else, man. I don't need to fight the Russians again. Like that's been a stereotype of America literally since like 100 years ago when the Soviet Union became a thing. Like I'm sick and tired of fighting Russians. I don't want to fight Russians. I don't want to fight people from the Middle East anymore. I don't give it, like I don't want to fight the fucking cartel. As much as Modern Warfare 2 next year sounds cool, like give me something unique. Like I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, it's COD again. Like give me a reason why I should care about the campaign, and also make the campaign longer than 6 hours.
And same thing applies to Pokemon too. Like,
Ab-
don't give me another mainline Pokemon game. Get like a lot of stuff is riding on Arceus actually being a well-polished game, because if that's a good game, then that could really set the tone for future Pokemon games. But
Have they put out a trailer for that in a while or no?
I don't think they put one out in a while, but everything is pointing towards it being like really subpar for its quality. But like, give us something like a combination of Unite and a mainline Pokemon game where you control your Pokemon around the battlefield. Give us another Stadium or Stadium, Coliseum, or XD. Give us another good mystery dungeon like Explorers or something.
Oh, there we go. They put out one 2 months ago. I didn't even know that.
Or better yet, just give us a better fucking Pokemon Rumble and not that crap that they put on the mobile.
Oh
Oh
god.
god. I'm getting flashbacks from that one.
Oh yeah. Because you like Rumble
Because I
Most I've
love
played it
Rumble
is,
to
like,
death, and then the last like
emulator.
2 games have been ass. But like, you have so much potential with stuff like this. So why are you blowing it, playing it safe slash the same way you've been playing it?
Because it makes money.
I know, but that's the thing that I think people are waking up to. It's just like the whole, you know what, games that just do the same thing over and over again aren't that good.
Yep.
Can't see that.
Oh, gee, you mean the series that hasn't changed since 2007 sucks? What a shocker.
Yeah, like...
The series that's older than most of the main demographic that plays it hasn't changed? Wow. I mean, like, Pokemon, obviously, is also well-liked by, like, 35-year-old men who can't let go of their childhood. But, like, you still need effort for, like, kids are not stupid. They know how to freaking play a game. Like, kids are not stupid. In fact, I'd say kids are smarter now than they were back when Pokemon originally came out in the 90s.
Yeah. I think also that a lot of the time people are, or like kids especially, are more attuned to a game that just has less quality to it. Like, yeah, if you buy them a Pokemon game and that's the only thing they get attached to, then sure, they're going to think that that's the best game ever. But if you actually were to give them like a choice between, like, I don't know, a Gen 4 game and a Gen 8 game, I'm pretty sure most kids would say, yeah, the Gen 4 game is probably better.
And also, there's a more compelling story.
Well,
because it's like in Gen 8, what was Gen 8? It was like, oh no, there's this bad thing happening.
Gen 8 was quite literally, you walk around, people keep telling you things that seem relevant, and then
they're not.
And then you get cuckolded from actually doing the story until like right at the very end when all the plot gets dumped onto you and you're supposed to act surprised that any of this is happening. And then dogs and
Oh, that was the shield, sword and shield. Literally.
Yes. And then dogs happen and that's about
it. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, mainline gaming needs a wake-up call.
Yeah. Eventually it will break. I mean, because like it's starting to happen. It's been happening for the last couple of years. I think arguably it started with EA just absolutely destroying Battlefront with microtransactions, but now at this point it's like, okay, I know, like, I'm sick and tired of this garbage.
Yeah, I think everyone's waking up to the fact, like, super hard, especially given that all, like, super popular titles are starting to fall into this, like, Call of Duty, Pokemon. Like, you don't get away with it that hard.
No, like we figured out your freaking market. It's not that hard to figure out your market. Like, oh hey, cool, a couple of maps and a battle pass again. Like, okay, like, oh neat. There's some guns that are broken for the first 2 weeks, and they'll be nerfed, so everything's better. Like, oh no, we released a gun that shoots through the wall. Shit, better patch that in 2 weeks after everyone gets the battle pass to get to that gun. Like, that's literally the AS Val in a nutshell. Because it was like 30th in the battle pass. You have to not only buy the battle pass, you have to buy the $10 battle pass and grind out the standard battle pass to get from like 0 to like 36 or whatever the Val was, and then get the 24 pack, which costs more money, and then grind out the next like 10. Like, stupid. I don't understand it anymore. Like, because Modern Warfare is a good game, but like some of that stuff is just stupid from the developers, and I know that it's not the developers' fault. I know it's upper management being a pain in the ass, because Bobby Kotick has to buy another $40 million yacht or whatever, because that dude makes way too much money. Like, he actually makes so much money that investors literally put out a thing, and it got like a lot of votes but not enough to be like, look, let's not pay him as much money because he doesn't really do anything.
Why is it that like exactly one person gets all the money in a company?
I don't know, because he's CEO. There's actually a company in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest, that like the CEO, it's like a startup. I don't know exactly what they do. I forget. I'd have to look it up. But basically, like, he saw like he was making like an obscene amount of money. He's like, wow, a lot of my employees like are having like a hard time paying like rent. Like, a lot of them have like second jobs. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna make it that everyone gets paid 70 grand, including me. And like he gets like way more job offers from people, like people applying to work there. He gets way more, like his employees are happier, like, and he's just increasing like the pay with inflation and stuff. But like he flattened it so everyone makes the same amount of money, which like obviously that's kind of stupid in a lot of instances, but like for him it works. Like for a smaller company that makes sense, but like if it's a really big company like Activision, that would be a pain in the ass.
Yes, that would kill you. Yes, but it is very.
It's nice. A good idea.
I wonder actually how much the MiHoYo devs make.
It's China, so who knows?
Well, that is true.
Besides, all the money they make goes right back to the government anyway. There's no such thing as an economy there. It's all just government, because the government owns literally everything. Like, oh, cool, you wanted to go get like a steak? Cool, here's money. Oh wait, that cow was raised by the government, and then all that shit. Like, it's just funny because they're like, oh yeah, you have money to Tencent. It's Tencent's like, hi, we're basically 100% owned by the government. Like, it's dumb. Like, basically 10% of our shares are actually owned by like our shareholders. The rest is owned by the feds. Can you imagine if that shit happened here? Like, EA was just a part of the federal government. That'd be like, imagine that. Like, that's the equivalent of like owning Tencent is like the government basically owning Disney, Epic, and like all those other nonsense combined. Like, that'd be just so funny. Like I get it, it works there, but like it makes no sense here.
I don't think it should work there. Is the problem?
No, it shouldn't, but it's just funny to look at. Damn it, I went the wrong way. I'm stupid.
No, I think you're fine-ish.
I'm like going through a gap sometimes.
Well, at least you're on land.
Are you not? Where are you?
No. Swimming off into the wild blue yonder.
Nice. I got 4 bogeys. I got 7 strokes. Oh, there you are.
Oh yeah, speaking of like remasters that have worked though, there is this one remaster of a game called Ethereum Odyssey. Let's see, what is this? The Millennial Goal or Ethereum Odyssey Untold the Millennial Girl or Millennium Girl, right? So this is a remake of the first Ethereum Odyssey, which if like the audience or you don't know, is a very, very interesting like dungeon crawler game where you basically have a made dungeon and you have to map out basically all resource nodes and stuff.
There's also Demon's Souls, which is also a good remaster.
Well, no, but it's like an RPG. So, and yes, this does sound like a big pain in the ass, and to an extent it is. I will admit that.
Fuck.
But it is actually quite interesting to play it. But so that's not the important part here. The important part here is that
The devs scared.
well, no. So like, amongst other things, so this is a remake of the first Ethereum Odyssey, so they have all the stuff that they had in the first Ethereum Odyssey there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But additionally, what they added was a secondary story mode based on new characters that you can bring for like a brand new story based on those characters. Because normally you just recruit random people and you just kind of mosey on through the story as a player XP. But in this case, they made it so you actually just have mainline players and they react differently to the scenarios. And there's also new enemies and stuff that are...
God, come on.
Yeah, like, it's really, really cool. And that's how you should do a remake, where it's like you're actually adding new content.
You don't need to go like nuts, but just add enough that like it's like, hey, look at this thing. This is on the cutting room floor. Let's add it back in. Because they did that with the Xenoblade remaster last year.
Yeah, like...
Wait, was that last year or this year?
Redo the graphics a bit so it looks better than it did when you first did it, probably. And then also add a few new things, and then that's basically it. You don't, like... Sure, people, like, if you do a faithful remaster like Diamond and Pearl are apparently doing with, like, only the first 495 Pokemon, that's, you know, understandable to some extent. But also, people might want to see some more stuff, like, why is there no Sylveon in the game with the Eevee, for example? Add a Sylveon for that, or add some new forms, or...
I mean, it's not hard to add
forms, but
evolutions.
forms that are... or Pokemon that exist in that game. Like, you don't need to go that hard into the whole, let's do this remake super good. I mean, people would like that, but you don't have to.
No.
But also, we're expecting a little more than just the same game with somehow poor graphical and developmental issues or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it says a lot when a game remake is somehow worse than the original game. That's not a remake, that's like a... Really, there was this one YouTuber that I used to watch who did a remake or re-break series that was basically analyzing whether a remake was good or not. And basically the worst quality of it was the demake, which means that you shouldn't buy the new one. And a lot of games these days are falling into the demake category, where it's like, how do you manage to demake a game that was fine before and then try and sell it back to us?
Oh god. Yeah, I mean, Donkey already put a video out like years ago, being like, "This is stupid."
Yeah, I think soon-ish the game market is going to break itself open with this.
Is it going to be burying itself in the desert again?
What?
Is it going to bury itself in the desert like Atari?
Maybe not that bad, but it's definitely going to be like a big regret. It's going to be like that first big gaming epidemic of like the old days, but more so focused on the AAA stuff. I think the more minor stuff like gotchas will probably get hit, but mobiles, indies, I think those will be more or less fine, but there'll just be a heavy.
It depends on the mobile game, I think.
On the unfailable.
They're too big to fail franchises.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like with the banks, but for video games. So instead of like, I don't know, Chase or whatever going bankrupt, it's gonna be, or Lehman Brothers, it's gonna be Activision.
And the Activision, EA, Nintendo's probably gonna just.
I think Nintendo will be hit a bit, but like they will mostly be fine. It's just
Well,
I think certain divisions of Nintendo will have a problem.
Will be wrecked. Like definitely, Pokemon will fall into that.
Yeah, is Metroid Dread selling well?
Dread's
I've heard it's a good game.
Yeah, like Pokemon is and seems to be the only franchise that is specifically bad. Ironically enough,
which is hilarious because it's one of their big money makers. No. Yeah, I love that they're like, this franchise that's our biggest, that makes like the most money of pretty much anything. But if we just suck at making it?
You mean we could make more money for doing less work? Count me in.
Every company.
3 years later, why are we going bankrupt?
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's legit companies that are like, hey, we're gonna do this cool thing, and then they just completely fuck it up. And like, what do you mean? It's fine. And they just like have no idea why they suck at their job, and no one's buying their shit anymore.
Yeah.
Like, look at a lot of car companies from like the 2000s that got absolutely destroyed when the economy crashed. Like, they were selling just absolute junk cars that just like were terrible, got horrible gas mileage, and were just like clunkers. And then finally at that point, people are like, you know what? I'm gonna buy like an actually good car. Like, it's that kind of shit too.
Yeah.
I have no idea where I am. Is this oh, this is a spot you can go? Okay.
Yeah, this is normal.
Okay.
But yeah, like.
Oh no, I went to a different spot, by the way.
We just want good games, and especially like when a game is like when you say you have a sequel of a game that barely improves anything and brings about a whole new set of problems too. Looking at you, Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I haven't even played the damn thing yet.
And Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh god. I often forget Andromeda exists.
I think they forget it too, because they just are like, look at buy the remaster, and it's actually a good remaster. Like, it actually is like really good. There was some stuff that they couldn't do because they like literally lost the source code, and like that's not their well, that is their fault, but like not as much as like anything else really, like shit happens. But like, it actually is like a faithful, legitimate remaster, and it's like, good job.
Right.
They actually put out like a good game.
But still, like, people don't ask for much, but they ask for like the elements
Functional
of the
video
game
games
that were like to remain. They want the elements that were bad to be fixed or adjusted, and they want a bit of new content.
It's not a good round.
It's not a lot of new content, so like, it's not asking for much. Yet somehow everyone, or so like very many people, just have issues with it. It's insane.
God damn it. Next one.
Are we just gonna go to 2 hours then?
Yeah, also, what?
But yeah, so we just want good games, people. Also, the stream
Oh.
has turned out to be far different than what I imagined it to be because
It's basically a podcast.
it's a podcast while we play golf.
Yeah, I mean that's what a lot of our shit devolves into when it's something like this. When there's not really like a story to pay attention to, like with Minecraft.
Yeah.
Also, I just looked. I need an iPad for the office or something. I just looked at the delivery date from Apple's website. It says December 17th. Like it's like not like Jesus. That's bad. Oh God, where am I going? Okay, there we go.
You remember this bridge being made out of graham crackers?
I do not actually.
Yeah, I thought it used to be made out of something.
I thought it was like chocolate or something.
Yeah.
I guess they maybe just changed it.
Ah.
So it's
I swear this bridge worked better than what.
yeah, me too. I swear it wasn't as like far.
What? Well, this is already going terribly, methinks.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanna alright, let me look at Best Buy on my other monitor while I try to golf. Good thing is I can golf all god damn it. Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. Except for the open box models with cellular and Wi-Fi. I'm like, I don't need cellular on an iPad that's gonna power a conference room. Like, it's in a conference room. I don't need a 256 gigabyte cellular iPad. You know? Dude, the chip shortage is getting so bad. I ordered like 5 computers, or like 5 or 6 computers this week for the office, and they're shipping like right before we go to the like for our holiday break in December. It's terrible. Like, so that's why I'm like, so like I asked my boss, I'm like, look, hey, these computers like won't come in for like 6 weeks. Is it fine to order them? He's like, look, just go ahead and grab them because we'll need them at some point. And then I ordered a bunch of other computers from Best Buy that'll be here next week that like work with like our current stuff, because some of our stuff has to be rebuilt because like Apple Silicon versus Intel, you know, ARM versus Intel, it's like different. So I ordered a bunch of Intel computers from Best Buy because apparently they still had them for some reason. Like they must have just been sitting on them. So I bought like it was a maximum of 15. I'm like, hey, should we get 15 or just 6? You know, I'm like 6 should be fine. He's like, yeah, 6 should be fine. So I ordered those.
Nice.
It's just funny. I'm like the chip shortage is horrible right now. Like even
I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
okay. Go ahead. I'll take a birdie. Yep, birdie. Alright. Chat, I'm gonna let him just do his thing while I look up some things. Yeah, so chat, this is basically, we just are a podcast right now. To any viewers out there, just what do you think of the state of the gaming industry? Is it as bad as pretty much everyone thinks? Because we all think it is. I mean, like, I don't know really what could potentially fix it. I think it's kind of just, eh. I don't know. Everything is just a pain. Oh, nice. I can get an iPad from Best Buy, but it's expensive. Cool. Or from Costco. Cool. Yeah, I'm just free cam. Just gonna look at the courses. He does this thing. Oh, that's not a very free camera if I can't go that over there. That's not very free. Oh yeah, it's only free cam with the course from. What with the oh. I guess it's not infinite seconds. Oh, he's gonna time out. Daniel, you're gonna time out. So expensive. You're gonna time out. Oh, he timed out chat. Yeah. Oh well. I guess I'll at least be able to play my holes. But yeah, chat. So pretty much, I agree with what he's saying. Like honestly, like AAA gaming at this point is just kind of a wash. Like it's just like luck if you're gonna get anything even good anymore, unless it's like something that's like from a developer you really trust and like hasn't gone off the deep end the last couple of years. Because honestly, Rockstar has kind of done that with like Shark Cards and GTA 5. Like, so it's not totally surprising that they suck at their jobs now, especially when they outsource it to a mobile game farm. Like, and not even a good mobile game farm, because obviously it's proven by Genshin, which can run on literally my phone. Like, I don't get it. It's dumb. Like, there's so much better developers out there that are not doing AAA stuff. Like, it's literally been said by everybody, but it's just so stupid. I don't really know what can fix it other than people just being like, just not buying stuff. But like, most consumers aren't that smart, and they'll just buy like whatever looks like good and it's on sale. Like, even if Vanguard has sold poorly so far, I'm sure like there'll be a bunch of parents who like will just buy like it for like an Xbox code or something for their kids for the holiday season, so they can just like play the game with like their buddies on Christmas morning. So it's just a wash right now. Like, I really don't know what else could be done to fix this stuff. I don't know. Hopefully we'll figure it out like later, but it's just freaking sucks.
Alright, I have returned.
Nice.
How many holes did...
You time down one, you're about to time out in this one in 10 seconds if you don't go.
Don't worry, I can make it, I can make it, I can make it, I can make it.
No. No, because you're gonna stop moving. So you're timing out in 2 holes in a row. Sorry.
That's fine.
Oh.
Don't worry, I can come back from this, I swear.
Probably.
Ah, shit. Not like that, I can't.
That was a good shot. Just shoot down the center full power. I got a par. Oh.
Okay, maybe I need to do that with slightly less power. Who knows?
What the hell are you doing? I just shot straight forward.
I know.
Oh, you're trying to be a tricky bastard. That was not enough power. That was not enough power
I'm
at all.
trying to be a tricky bastard. Emphasis on the trying part.
Yep. Nope. Rip you.
Don't worry, this will work eventually, I swear.
Well, I made a comment the other day in a in like a subreddit. It was like talking about like, it was like a thing on the Ethereum subreddit, I guess. It was talking about like, apparently according to some report from some dumb crypto site, it was like half of millennials and Gen Z want to get parts of their salaries in Bitcoin. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think my landlord will accept Bitcoin for rent. And they're like, yeah, well, just you can, if you invest enough in Ethereum or crypto, you can buy your house. I'm like,
I don't think that's how.
that's not how it works.
Bitcoin works.
No.
How real life works.
No.
I really don't.
It's crypto people. They're fucking insane if you just say anything bad about crypto. Because they're like, because they want it to work well. Because they're like, oh yeah, well, like I have a bunch of money, so I need to make sure it keeps going up, so my investment doesn't go to shit. It's like,
I
okay.
really wonder if those people actually understand how investment works.
Same with like NFT people. They're like, oh, but you. I'm like, hey, look, here. Like I've seen threads where it's like literally, like I've said this before. It's like, hey, look, here's an NFT, and like you like tweet at them like a screenshot of it. Like, you can't do that. I own that. It's like, dude, you can right click, and they're like, wait, what? And then you're like, yeah, and they're like, can we disable right clicking or this screen share tool on our website? It's like, that's not how that works. Like, NFTs are stupid. You don't own anything. You own the token that like exists out there, saying like that's a representation of a JPEG. Like, you don't actually own the JPEG. You never own anything on the internet unless you literally
already owned by other people.
Exactly. Only like if you own like the only thing you can really own on the internet is like a domain. Like, that's it. Even then, you really don't own it because you're going through a domain provider. It's like on the internet, you own literally nothing. Like, because it's not hard to get banned from something. Like, oh, you have a Google account? Well, banned. Oh, you have a, like, then you post something dumb on YouTube? Banned. Like, oh, you have like a Twitter account? Banned. Like, you don't own shit on the internet.
Yeah, I really don't understand.
It's so stupid. NFTs make no sense to me.
I mean, like, it's one of those
things. It's neat, but like, I feel it's like money laundering.
People are investing in something they don't quite understand because it sounds cool and it's easy to get, but they don't actually realize that at the end of the day, it means nothing.
Yeah. By the way, apparently the government.
It's actually kind of very similar to how gotchas work.
Oh yeah, but you wanna know something funny? Is the government has like a new tax thing that's going into effect where 2023 taxes, that's going to count owning an NFT as like income, but not an asset. So like if you buy an NFT that's like $10,000, the government will be like, oh, you have $10,000. Like, need $10,000. You'll be like, but it's only worth $500, and they'll be like,
Oh,
oh,
no.
that's too bad. $10,000. You bought it at $10,000, so you pay up, buddy. So all those NFT people are about to be like, oh shit. Like,
Now, if only
have
they could
fun.
do the same for Bitcoin, and then we could just get beyond.
No, that's the whole thing. Is that's all going to count as that. Like, honestly, in my opinion, honestly, in my opinion, Bitcoin should just be taxed like a stock. It should be just the same thing. It's an asset. Like, it's not really like a thing. Like, in my opinion, I think it's just an asset like a stock. It's not a currency. It's not like a thing you own. It's just like a stock. Like, that's how I view it. Just because it's just easier for me just to think of it as a stock, because it's not money. Like, it's just not, until I can walk into just some rinky-dink, like, I don't know, like shop in downtown and be like, yeah, I want to pay with Bitcoin, and like we scan QR codes or whatever. I won't count it as a currency. And like, until it's like I'm taking Bitcoin but not a dollar bill or whatever, you know, or credit card. It's like I only accept Bitcoin. Like, that's never going to be a thing. Even in El Salvador, where they made Bitcoin a legal currency, like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Like, it's just dumb. Like it's the like. There's two things Bitcoin's really good for, like just an asset, and like, I don't know, like shifting stuff to get around like international fees from banks. All you have to do is just like you get like a Coinbase account and like you deposit like, I don't know, you have to send someone like $2,000 or whatever. You send them $2,000 to Coinbase, and then they take out $2,000 to their bank account, and then there's no transaction fee because it's just Coinbase. Like, that's what Bitcoin's useful for. Is basically as a replacement for like Western Union or PayPal, because Western Union is just scams, and then PayPal, there's so many international fees. It's just easier just to not deal with that and just go through crypto for that. And the third thing crypto is good for is also is money laundering. Like, holy shit, how many crypto scams have we seen this year? Holy shit, there've been so many. I got a dude kicked out of FaZe because he was an idiot and was like, yeah, there's this thing here, and then it was just a complete pump and dump scheme.
Nice.
It was so funny. Like, crypto is just full of scams because any idiot can make a cryptocurrency now. Like, you had to actually be good at like math and cryptography. Now it's just like, yeah, I made a new one. It's called
I made a new one about eating cheese.
It's just literally called eating cheese. It's an image of a cheese with a bite taken out of it, and that's my entire crypto. It's like, okay, like, it's just stupid. The only
Money actually works that way.
The only crypto that really, like, in my opinion, is like a thing is like Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you're not that, you're basically nothing at this point. Like, I know those are both bad for the environment, but that's just how I feel. But, like, those are the only two Bitcoin like asset kind of things you can really like trust at this point.
Well, I mean, if we have to trust anything of this shit show, it might as well be something.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's
how much Bitcoin do I have? I have like probably like $10 from years ago. Let me look at Coinbase on my phone.
Hooray, you have exactly $10.
I don't know. I have like $10 or $100, but I don't have that much money because I just don't do. I don't do anything with it. The most I've done with Bitcoin is once like they had a sale on freaking, what was that thing? A Humble Bundle or G2A where it was like, hey, buy it with Bitcoin, it's cheaper. I'm like, okay, and I spent like $20 on my Bitcoin. Hole in one, holy shit. Rip. Okay, let me log into my account. Ugh, I have to wait for the dumb email to come in. Who's sending me texts? Nobody. I texted from hours ago, they just haven't responded.
Text messages.
Yes. This is my computer. Authorize it.
Is it really, though?
I mean, it's my phone. What's the price of Bitcoin? Bitcoin's currently 65,560.65. That's the price of literally one Bitcoin. And then, oh, I managed that. And then after I get in here, I'll tell you how much crypto I have, Bitcoin I have. I have some. I don't have zero, but it's just shit I've accumulated. Uh-oh. I didn't use enough power.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Stop moving, please. Ugh. Sucks. I'm already on double bogey. There we go. Okay, as long as I just don't move more. That's good. Alright, 7 strokes. Alright, I have, how much crypto do I have? Oh, okay, actually it's gone up. I've got like $100 Ethereum and about 175 of Bitcoin. Okay, so it's not terrible. It's like enough that I'm like, yeah, I don't need to do anything more with that. Because it's Bitcoin, I don't care.
Hooray!
Like, it's just, I have enough to be like, yeah, I got Bitcoin and that's it. But I've never bought or sold any, so I never have to report it to the IRS, so. Like, if I ever get any, obviously I'll include that. Like, when I did my taxes this year, literally asked, did you buy or sell any crypto? I'm like, no. And they're like, okay.
It just accumulates over there.
Yeah, it's literally like a stock to me. It's just, I'm like, okay, it's going up, I guess. That's cool. Like, I literally haven't checked my Coinbase account in months because I just don't care.
What's the most recent thing you bought with Bitcoin? A video game?
A video game? Yeah, literally like a video game. And that was like years ago. I'll take the birdie.
Nice. Got a car, so I'll take it.
That's good.
You know, it's very interesting playing some of these maps because some of them are really easy without the added gimmicks, like the more straightforward ones. But some of them, are harder with the gimmick. Well, some of them are harder with the gimmick, but some of them are just easier without them.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that made any sense.
No, it kind of did. It kind of did. I'll take the bogey.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you hadn't stroked out twice, it would be still pretty close.
Yeah.
I think you. It'd be pretty close. I think you'd be winning.
Probably, but it's whatever.
Yeah, it's mini golf. Just fun.
If you care that much about mini golfs, I have
yeah,
to tell you.
As do I.
Terror man.
Yeah. Or they.
Or whatever you are, be
whatever
it
pronoun you
woman,
like to use. I don't care. Furry. No.
I was going to say gender neutral / fluid.
I don't give a shit. Whatever you want to call yourself, as long as you're
dog, an elephant, whatever you are.
I don't give a shit as long as you're just not an asshole. That's all I care about. Exactly. Otherwise, I don't give a shit. Like, you can be whatever you want to be as long as you're just not an asshole.
Exactly.
Just have a good life and do whatever. I don't care.
Don't be an asshole and you're fine by our books.
As long as you're not Nazi, I don't care. That's where I draw the line, is literally just Nazi. Because, fuck Nazis. Obviously. My family literally, a bunch of my family literally died to them. In the 30s and 40s because of the Holocaust. Fuck Nazis.
You know, all things considered,
that's the easiest one to hate on, is just Nazis.
Well, no, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, since I'm Chinese,
nice shot.
should I be offended by the Japanese?
No, I mean, I don't know. Depends. I don't know. The Japanese these days are fine. I don't hate Germans. The Germans are cool. Nowadays.
It's the Nazi. So if there's a resurgence in Imperial Japanese people.
Yeah, if there's a resurgence, then there's probably a problem. But I mean, Japan is pretty cool these days. It's Japan. They don't really do much. They mostly spit out anime and video games and lots of other cool shit.
Oh, yes.
They don't really do much. It's Japan. I don't know. Japan they have weird shit going on, but it's harmless, most of it.
Yeah, this probably wasn't the way this stream should have ended. But
no. Yeah, but yeah, chat. So basically, just don't be a fucking asshole. That's about it. But other than that, yeah, just some casual mini golf today. Nothing major. No, obviously we didn't really shout at each other. We shouted at the game being dumb and bad levels, but not each other's. Just totally casual, fun mini golf today. But yeah, I think honestly, might as well call it. I'm probably gonna do some grocery shopping. Daniel's gonna go do whatever he's gonna do. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Honkai or Genshin or something?
Do what I always do.
Games.
Which tells you exactly nothing.
Yeah, exactly. More stuff, and then yeah, I'm just gonna go do some grocery shopping because I gotta pick up some stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here, chat. I want everyone to like have a good week, have a good time, stay safe if you have bad weather or anything going on.
We will not be streaming next
weekend.
Oh wait, no, we will because we're doing stuff on Saturday.
Yeah, we're doing. Yeah, so yeah, chat. We will probably be back next week.
We may or may not stream on Sunday.
Yeah, if we're not back on Sunday, it'll depend on what we do on Saturday. Because on Saturday, Tim and I and a bunch of our friends are all going to hang out IRL. So if we're tired from Saturday, we're not going to stream on Sunday. But yeah, for the most part. So yeah, if you don't see us this week, I don't think you'll see us on the 28th either, because the 28th is the weekend after Thanksgiving. So you might see us then. I don't know, but yeah. So chat, in case I don't stream for a couple weeks, that's why. It's because we're gonna hang out IRL next week this week on Saturday, and then the week after that is Thanksgiving weekend. So it just depends on everyone's weekend that weekend if we're gonna stream or not. But yeah, I just hope everyone has a good week. Have a good time with your jobs or your schools or whatever you do. You know, nothing really else to think about this week, but just